Lou Boudreau goes to the mound. That's all for Christopher. It's going to be Satchel Paige. So Russ Christopher was unable to get anybody out. And here's the announcement about the appearance of Satchel Paige. Listen. Satchel Paige. And while Satchel Paige makes the walk to the mound, there are 5 runs in here in the 7th inning for the Braves. They lead 10-5 with 1 out. We pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
For the best in sports, including every game of the World Series, keep tuned to 710. This is WOR, New York.
Eddie Stanky, in setting that sort of a humpback liner into right field, actually threw his bat at the ball. He just sort of half threw his bat at the ball and blooped it out into right field for that base hit. That sent Salkeld home and Mike McCormick racing around to third. Now those 3 runs, or at least the last 3 runs, have been charged to Eddie Kleiman. The first 7 to Bobby Feller. Russ Christopher is responsible for Mike McCormick and Eddie Stanky. And now coming to bat is Warren Spahn, a left-hander. So we'll see what Satchel Paige is able to do as he makes his first World Series appearance. Warren Spahn up, runners on first and third, left side of the infield in, fairly close. Here's the pitch, and it's low, ball 1, low outside. Satchel Paige, born in Mobile, Alabama. And now George Barr walks out to the mound to talk to Satchel Paige about his style of delivery. Lou Boudreau comes in to see what they're going to talk about, and Bill Summers moves over to represent the American League. There always was, during the course of the season, a great deal of discussion about Satchel's style of delivery in so far as his windup was concerned, the hesitation pitch. And it was ruled illegal in the American League. That is to say, he would go into his windup, come to a stop up over his head, take that stride forward with his foot, and delay a second before he threw. Now we're ready to resume action. Runners on first and third. The pitch. Warren Spahn swings and fouls it back up onto the screen, out of play. And the count is 1-1. Satchel Paige, a 6'3", 180-pounder, born in Mobile, Alabama, and although the American League roster lists him as living in Cleveland, he lives in Kansas City. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. As old Satch poured a fast one in there. Satch at least has a home in Kansas City. He visits down to Mobile. As Satch said one time, I just live where I pitch. The right-hander all set. He throws. Spahn swings and lifts a high fly ball out into right center field. Maybe deep enough for a score. There's the catch by Doby. Tagging up is Mike McCormick. He comes racing into the plate and scores after the catch. Holding first is Stanky. So Warren Spahn sent a fly ball into right center, which Larry Doby caught for the second out of the inning, but was deep enough to enable Mike McCormick to tag up and score after the catch, to make it now an 11-5 ball game in favor of the Boston Braves. 2 down, and we go to the top of the order for the second go-round. As Tommy Holmes started it off, he becomes the 10th batter to come to bat in the 7th inning for Boston. A left-hand hitter. Satchel Paige ready, throws. Tommy Holmes takes over the outside corner for a called strike. Paige did some great pitching for the Cleveland Indians in spots during the course of the season. He won 6 games and lost 1. The right-hander's ready. Checks his runner, throws outside for a ball, and the count is 1-1. Paige won 6 and lost 1 in 21 appearances, worked 73 innings, allowed 61 hits, walked 22, and struck out 43. Warren Spahn, incidentally, becomes the first pitch in the series to drive in a run. Satchel Paige delivers to Tommy Holmes, and it's inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Paige, through his many years of pitching, is quite a cute one out there. Bill Boiselle, who's scheduled to work tomorrow if the series continues in Boston, looks up here and waves at Jimmy Britt. And yours truly. Here's the pitch now. Tommy Holmes swings and hits a fly ball down the left field line. It's going to go foul out of play into the left field stands. Dale Mitchell went over but couldn't get to the ball in time. And the count on Tommy Holmes is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And I suppose after the press and radio had done so much talking about the low scores and low hit totals over the first 4 games, these 2 teams decided to do something about it today. And they have with a vengeance. All right, here's your pitch. Tommy Holmes swings and lifts a high pop-up foul down the left field line. There is Kenny Keltner racing for it. Can't get it. Just drops in behind him. Dale Mitchell came over, but he couldn't get to it either. And so Tommy Holmes has another opportunity. Satchel Paige is listed as having been born in Mobile, Alabama, September the 18th, 1908, which would make him 40 years of age. However, there was a report during the course of the summer in which Satchel Paige's mother said that he was 44, which spiked rumors to the effect that Satchel was up around the 50s. He's been pitching a long time. The right-hander with a stretch, checks the runner. Stanky leading off first. Here's the pitch. Swung on, drilled down the left field line, and it goes foul. As Tommy Holmes continues to hit him down the left field line, that ball was somewhat similar to the one he hit in the 8th inning of the first game that gave Johnny Sane victory over Bobby Feller 1-0. Boston Braves 11, Cleveland Indians 5. Top of the 7th inning. This inning's been going on a long time. Satch Paige ready. Check Stanky. Here's the pitch to Holmes. And wait a minute. Billy Grieve called a balk. There was a balk called on Satchel Paige. Paige came up with a stretch and then broke it before he delivered to the plate. That is to say, he came down and stopped and then re-engaged the stretch, so to speak. And immediately Billy Grieve called the balk. So they've just called a balk on Satchel Paige, which enables Eddie Stanky to move down to second base. Well, I guess that sort of completes the day. Now we've had just about everything. Ready for the payoff pitch to Tommy Holmes. Here it is. Tommy swings, sends a ground ball out to short. Taken on 2 big hops by Lou Boudreau. Throws on over to first in time for the out. So Satchel Paige got him out. And for the Boston Braves in the big 7th inning. 6 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 1 error for the Cleveland Indians. 1 man left on for Boston. And at the end of 6.5 innings, the score: Boston 11, Cleveland 5.